Hey everyone, and welcome to the video today, and in today's video I'm going to be going over some Wave 6 predictions for the Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pass, so let's get right into it. As you guys know, they recently dropped the Wave 5 trailer, which confirmed tracks like Daisy Cruiser, Vancouver, as well as LA Laps, and also the new Squeaky Clean Sprint, which by the way is an amazing theme and amazing title for a course. But I wanted to go over my sort of redo predictions for the Acorn Cup and Blue Shell Cup. On the channel I've already done a predictions video for Wave 4, 5 and 6, however due to things changing and Wave 5 sort of recently getting announced, and we already know a few tracks that are pretty much confirmed for Wave 6, so let's get right into it. Starting off with the Acorn Cup in Wave 6, we have Rome Avanti, which is the recent addition and it is probably the last city track that Tour's going to get for a while. We recently, in the data mine, people were thinking this would either be Madrid or Barcelona in Spain. However, it ended up being Italia's own Rome. Obviously, you go around the Rome Colosseum, you go over pillars and through sort of the city itself. It's a great track overall. Next up is a track that I'd already predicted for Wave 6, but I'm going to stick with my guns here. Shy Guy Bazaar from Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS. It's a great track and it's just really underrated in my opinion. It's a really good track where you essentially go through a sort of Middle Eastern Shy Guy Bazaar, like a market really, and it's at night time. You've got flying Shy Guys on little magic carpets, and it's just a great course overall with loads of cool Easter eggs in it. Next up is one of my favourite tracks of all time, which is from my first ever Mario Kart, which is Mario Kart Double Dash's Mushroom Bridge. This is an amazing track. It's essentially, you go through sort of like a coastal city town area, you go through a big tunnel, and you also have a big bridge sort of where you can go over the actual arches of the bridge itself. And this track, well, I say recently, within the last few months, was actually remade for Mario Kart Tour. So this track has a really good chance of coming back, because not only is it a fan favourite, but it's also already been remade in Tour. By the way, all of these tracks have already appeared in Mario Kart Tour in some way, shape or form, so I think that they're very likely either that or they are the returning courses are fan favourites. And lastly is another course like Rome Avanti, which is pretty much confirmed for the next Wave 6 tracks, which is Piranha Plant Cove, which is essentially an underwater sort of ruins, and you go, like, you sort of do tricks off the different ruins, you go through like underwater sections and caves, and again it's another great track overall, and you've got things like eels, bloopers, fish coming in your way, and yeah, it's kind of a weird track because it's a sort of dark and dimsy track that's again a bit weird. Now the fun fact is, in my recent predictions video that I did all the way back in, I think it was February for Wave 5, I actually had this course, I think it was in Wave 5, but at that time this course was actually just then revealed, so I'm really happy that it's not shown up yet, so I can put it in my Wave 6 predictions. And then lastly we have the Blue Shell Cup, and then coming back with the sort of Piranha Plant theme, we have another sort of brand new track to Mario Kart Tour, which is called Piranha Plant Pipeline. We don't really know too much regarding this course other than the fact that it will have, you basically traverse through Piranha Plant's, the actual pipes itself, the warp pipes from the Mario series, and you'll have things like cobwebs, you'll have sort of pitfalls, you'll have trick ramps and other things. This course is basically, I think it will feature, if it's in Mario Kart 8, zero gravity, because it essentially, it looks like at least you can actually sort of go all the way around the pipe, as in not just on the bottom, as in all the way around it, which is going to be really interesting course wise. Next up is another track from Mario Kart Double Dash, being DK Mountain, another one of my fan favourites, and you know, just in general I think the community loves this track. It has the where you go up the mountain, you have the narrow bridge, which by the way, if you've ever been hit by an item on that narrow bridge, you're basically game overed, especially if you're in like sort of a tight narrow race with other people. You go through the jungle a bit, you have boulders coming down the side of the mountain. Again, it's another fan favourite, and I feel like if this is going to be the last ever DLC for Mario Kart 8, I feel like they want to go out with a bang, especially with this last cup itself. Next up is SNES Bowser's Castle 3. Now I actually had GBA Bowser's Castle here in my original predictions video, I think it was, but I'm actually changing it to SNES Bowser's Castle 3. Now, on paper, this is a very sort of, you know, it's a bit of a boring course, it's an NES course, whatever, but in Mario Kart Tour, they actually gave this track a full-blown makeover, as in they redid the track, as in fully remade it, where it essentially has zero gravity sections within it. You've got sections where it's not just a flat course, the course actually has some depth to it now, where you can go sort of up and down. You've got bits of the course that have just been added as new obstacles and things like that, where I think there's like pillars and ruins you can trick off and things like that, which is awesome. I'm not doing it justice by explaining it, but I'll have some gameplay in the background that will actually show this off a bit better. And because of that, I feel like not only do we need another Bowser's Castle and it's the last cup, I feel like adding a remade sort of SNES course that's not just been, you know, has different graphics, it's actually been properly remade, would be a really good choice on the developers' behalf when they're actually, you know, choosing which courses to add. And lastly, we've got to end the booster course pass off with a Rainbow Road. We've already had one in Wave 3, so I think it's only very fitting that we have Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road. Now, a lot of people are going to be sort of questioning why there's another Wii track when we've recently in Wave 5 just had Moonview Highway as well as Cooper Cape. But Mario, not only is this Rainbow Road a fan favourite, and it's my personal favourite Rainbow Road, I just love this track in general, because of the Mario Galaxy Easter eggs and everything, and just the music and the actual layout of the course. But I feel like they would be doing themselves a disservice if they didn't include this track in some way, shape or form. And in terms of characters, I'm not really too sure, because they've actually got quite a few options to go with here. I feel like there are sort of 4 characters, in my opinion, which have a really good chance of appearing in this last wave. But I am just, for the sake of this video, it being a predictions video, I am going to choose 2 of them. Being, I think we're going to have the return of Funky Kong as well as Pauline. Pauline is now, ever since Mario Odyssey, a fan favourite Mario character, and the fact that she was added in Mario Kart Tour, you know, I feel like they would be doing a massive disservice if they didn't have Pauline. And then the next character slot is really weird, because I don't know if they'd add Funky Kong, Trixie Kong or Diddy Kong. Oh, either that or Poochie or something like that. But I feel like Funky Kong, again, because he's such a sort of fan favourite for Mario Kart Wii, I feel like they'd be doing a really good job if they just added Funky Kong back. Anyway guys, that's it for my Wave 6 predictions video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. And for more Mario Kart news, speculation and gameplay coverage when Wave 5 and Wave 6 come out, don't forget to stay glued to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.